I would always ask the Lord, I want a kingdom business. And it was years that I would literally pray these prayers. And I would probably pray like once a year, like, Lord, I want a business idea. Give me a business idea that comes from your kingdom, because I don't want a business that's of this world. And I remember, like, I feel like he wouldn't give it to me in the beginning years, just because in my heart, I knew I wasn't ready. I was still playing with the world, and I was still playing with the Lord. So I think to a certain degree, he knows exactly when your time is ready, because of you realizing, like, okay, I'm going to take on what you have for me. What does that look like? And when I knew he knew that I was serious, is when he began to drop the idea of bear fruit. And he just really began to instill in me that one of the biggest things is, when I went through the situation that I went through, and it was hard for me to find guidance and help, I knew that I needed to produce good fruit to a certain extent, and I just didn't have that direction and that guidance. And he told me, it's going to be called bear fruit, because these women are going to bear my fruits. And ultimately, the most important part is that we teach women that even though you might go through really, really bad, horrible things, where it's really the enemy that's trying to steal your identity, you begin to realize that the enemy cannot mark you, because if you're marked by God, there's no way his hand can ever really mark you the rest of your life. And you have to arise as a warrior, because there's other women that need to hear this too. And so he began to literally show me, like, the same thing that you wanted, you're going to create that for other women. And not only that, we're going to empower these women. I'm not about the feminist movement, because I feel like it devalues men, and it devalues their character. It devalues what they're made for. And I want to empower women in a healthy way, where they end up taking that back to their generations. I want women to know, the Lord has called me in this. If I can forgive the people that did what they did to me, I can forgive and continue to do that. That when I raise my children, I could raise them to love the Lord, so they know, like, hey, there might be bad things in this world, but know that you should always follow what the Lord has for you. And so he began to just reveal to me bear fruit. He gave me more or less bearing fruits, which is obviously love, peace, patience, kindness. And he just began to tell me, like, that's exactly what they're about to bear. But he's also given me John 15, which really is about abiding in him. And if we don't abide in him, there's no way that we could ever really produce the fruits that he has for us. So it's going to be beauty products for the hair, because I'm passionate about the hair. And yeah, so that's kind of where this whole idea kind of stemmed from.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.